Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Witch on the Holy Night. So last episode we finished up the honey adventure with Toko and Beowulf, and it was pretty nice because we saw I guess more of, let's say, backstory for Toko, just a little bit based on the dialogue and them just going their daily lives and what they were doing before they faced Aoko, right? So let us do or start the other one that we unlocked last time. What's it called again? Anyone can sleep but not laugh. Is everyone gonna be here? You saw that picture there, right? Welcome to the Kuonji estate in Misaki town in the fall, a year after the Witch and the Holy Night. What follows is an extra chapter that's pretty long. If you just finished Witch and the Holy Night, we recommend you to take a break first. Do we take a break first though? Maybe after this. We'll see. So a year after the events. Noon, Central Park. I finished making extra prints at the store and threw away the disposable camera so I didn't have to carry it around. It was a beautiful day. The sky was clear and the autumn air was very crisp. The troubles of the summer were gone and it was a brand new day. I, Kujika Kumari, was about to spend my long weekend at the strangest of events. Oh, Kumari, okay. Kumari is gonna be the protagonist of this? This is different.
お待たせ。あれ、クマったら大荷物。なんでそんな大きなボストンバッグなんて持ってきたの?
An hour had passed already and it was 1 p.m. Aoko Aozaki arrived at our meeting place. Aozaki was my classmate, friend, and comrade on the student council. We'd only been friends since high school, but it oddly felt longer, like we'd always known each other. As you can see, she was as bright and lively as ever. If she was a drink, and she'd be a soft drink, a carbonated soda. She was the kind of person who solved a tough problem by hitting it until it surrendered.
今日のクオンジテーパーティーはこっちでいろいろ用意してあるから手ぶらでいいって招待状に書いてなかった? 何それ聞いてない。
So we're gonna have a party.
まったく間違いだらけね。誕生日を祝うから連休始めに来てほしい。各自料理持参としか書かれていなかったわ。
So there's gonna be a birthday party, but we need to bring our own food.
そうなの? ごめん。アリスったらこういうのまだ慣れていないから。朝一でやっぱり迎えに来てって電話してきたのはそういうわけだったのね。まあ、それはそれとして、くまりさん。後ろのなんとも場違いに地味な方って、もしかしてお連れの方?
あれ、嫌だな。このスーツ昨日おろしたばっかりなんだけど、おめかしして見えないかい?
Okay, so Professor Yamashiro is gonna be joining us as well.
コピーペーパーと見間違うほどいつも通りです、山城先生。それで今日は何でしょう? 教え子を尾行するとか、あと数年したら立派な犯罪になりますから自重してほしいんですけど。
You know that'll be illegal one day. Okay. Aozaki never pulled her punches inside or outside of school. She was particularly harsh to Mr. Yamashiro, almost like they were related.
お、ストーキングってやつだね。そういうのは青崎くんの方が得意だと思うんだが、いや、あくまで個人的な感想だから聞き流して。ほら、怖い顔しないでこれを見て。今朝僕のところにも招待状が送られていてね。見れば生徒会の役員が参加とある。生徒会顧問として君たちの監督をしないといけないだろう。
As an advisor, okay. The invitation Mr. Yamashiro pulled out was the same as the one I got. Aozaki looked surprised, to say the least. That was no act.
その字は宗十郎か。あ あいつが変に律儀なこと気をつけておくべきだった。
素晴らしい気遣いじゃないか。僕はね、青崎くん、しずきくんはいつか多分おそらく機会さえあればやる生徒だと思っていたんだ。それがこんな楽しそうなイベントに青崎が何するか不安なので監督しに来てくださいなんて書かれた招待状を送ってくるなんて成長の度合い著しい。驚くべき危機管理能力だ。
Aozaki let out a defeated sigh. She couldn't turn away Mr. Yamasero since he'd been formally invited. However cold-hearted she may appear, she did have a sense of etiquette.
仕方ない。こぶつきだけど案内するわ。
Did Kumari so small look at this?
二人とも久遠寺邸は初めて？
初めてです。地元の住人なら白犬塚にはあまり近寄りませんからね。今年の夏だってほら。
私はそうでもないけど、そもそもこの山、この辺りの子供にしたらちょっとした聖地なんだし。
Maybe sacred ground was an exaggeration, but I couldn't think of a better way to describe it. For years, there had been urban legends circulating about the hills there, like the demon dog of the slope, or the one if you went into the woods on a foggy day, you'd come out either as someone different or with strange powers. Those stories were probably the reason kids came here to test their courage. In elementary school, if you went into the woods and touched the mailbox of the haunted house, you were officially awesome right up until graduation. I guess that's why sacred ground seemed to fit the area.
なるほど。青崎くんは2年半この道を通学路に使っていたんだね。そりゃ足も鍛えられるってもんだ。
Mr. Yamasiro gazed down at the city excitedly. Maybe it was the first time he'd seen it from this angle. I'd like to feel that excited too, but I couldn't relax given the situation. Because...
青崎くん、受験勉強ははかどってる？ま、君はきっちり自己管理できる子だから心配するまでもないんだけどね。
言われなくてもきっちりやってます。山城先生のお手は煩わせません。
ならいいけど、青崎くん推薦蹴っちゃうんだもんな。そんなに地元の大学は嫌かい？
いや、というわけではありません。選択肢を狭めたくなかっただけです。私は結構ですから、助言ならくまりさんにしてあげてください。
いや、くまりくんは鉄板でしょう。もう水空の推薦取っているんですから。ご両親もくまりくん自身も水空への進学を決めているわけですし。
あ、
I silently tried to tell Aozaki to ignore the topic. Well, let me take a moment here to talk about my history and what was happening today. My name is Kojika Kumari. I'm a third-year senior in high school. You know what students are like, struggling for exams without any hopes or dreams. Well, I'm not a typical student. I want to attend college in the city. I am planning to attend a local university. Given my current academic performance, that should be a piece of cake. What is this music suddenly? My parents insist I get a job. They don't want me attending college at all.
お前はうちの家業を手伝うんだから大学に行く必要はない。
That's my old-fashioned father. For you as big and as hard-headed as a bear. Luckily, my older brothers managed to convince him to let me go despite his archaic ways.
マッドダディ、小鹿にはまだ学生生活が必要だ。特に 体操競技とかあん馬をやらずして何が青春か。
Gymnastics.
だからお前は長男なのだ。釣りはこそ至宝。あん馬とか軟弱すぎて話にならん。
So she is the only girl in the family?
バッカじゃねえのダブル兄貴。かっちょいいのは鉄棒でしょやっぱ。縦回転のグルーヴ感とか脳内麻薬ドッパドパ。ありゃハマったら社会復帰とか難しいから。そして自慢したい。
How many?
うちの妹美咲で一番可愛いって自慢したい。クソいけすかねスケート部のやつらとか間違いなく俺たちに土下座するよね。妹さんをスケート部にくださいって。
It's like 4 brothers now. Honestly, my brothers are idiots. These gymnastic events were male only for goodness sake.
なんという無屈激兄弟やい。お前たちのような脳筋をこれ以上増やしたくないが、小鹿ならそんな悪夢はおきまい。しゃあねえ、みぞら大なら俺も許す。地元の大学だし、うちの常連さんも増えるだろうしな。
That was the decision my 4 brothers and my father came to in their little huddle. Just thinking about my family makes me wanna die. But that's how it is. It's been since elementary school, so I'm used to feeling like that. I did as my father asked and set my sights on Mizora Sports Science University. Is she even doing sports though? Like, I don't even know she was doing sports. That put him at ease, but I had other things in mind. I convinced him to let me put down a college in the city as my safety school.
先生への建前上、進路希望には3つまで志望校を書く必要があったの。形の上だけだから、受験代の用意はしなくていい。
My father believed every word of it. Of course, I fully intended to go to my second choice in the city. That's why I secretly worked a part-time job. I'd saved enough, about over 3 years, to cover living costs if I passed, and get in, I'd have to get a loan for tuition fees, but it was the only way to make the plan work. My father was stubborn and brash, but he appreciated hard work and diligence. If he saw that I passed my exams while saving up enough money to pay for myself, he'd probably let me go. Not that I wouldn't even if he disapproved. Everything was going according to plan so far. The only thing that could stop me was a sudden illness preventing me from taking the entrance exam. Oh, alright, there was one other thing as well.
そういえば、青崎くんは彼氏とかいないのかい？
Aozaki didn't reply. It's a beautiful day and Mr. Yamashiro had been invited to a party, so he couldn't be thinking straight. He'd unknowingly spoken a word forbidden in Misaki High. Strangely then again, maybe it's not so strange, Aozaki was single. She was undoubtedly attractive if she wasn't speaking to you. She was attractive if she wasn't speaking. But she was permanently in a bad mood and didn't bother with small talk.
山城先生、徹夜明けですか？
いや、だってほら、気になるでしょ？もうすぐ生徒会の役割から解放されるわけですしね。青崎くんほどの子が青春を謳歌しないのは教師として僕も心苦しい。
お心遣いありがとうございます、山城先生。でしたら今から付き合いましょうか、私たち。とりあえず恋人同士らしくそこの暗がりに連れ込んでいいですか？これからすることとかあまり人目につくとまずいので。
Aozaki beamed. it looks, or if looks could kill.
ごめん、確かに正気じゃなかった。だからその明日にも僕から職を奪いそうな企みはやめてくれ。そもそも受験生に恋はご法度だったしね。いや健全で大いに結構。
Mr. Yamashiro laughed uncomfortably.
まったくです。くれぐれも口には気をつけてくださいね、山城先生。これから行くところでそんな浮ついた頭のやつとかいませんからね、クマ。そうね。パーティーといってもあくまで誕生会って話だし。
I was starting to feel a little inadequate. I wasn't as attractive or cool as Aozaki. I mean, I wasn't even sure my college plan was really going to work. I felt more anxious every day. Pathetic, I know. If I didn't already have enough to worry about, there was the equally big problem of a boy at school.
けどよくクオンジさんが承諾したわね。青崎の話じゃ彼女の父親でさえめったに入れないんでしょ。うん、それには私も驚いてる。人間変われば変わるもんだってね。
しずきくんのお友達なら上がってもらって構わないけど。
I wonder why Alice did this, right?
なんてセリフアリスから出ると思わなかったわ。
Yeah, very, very unexpected, I mean. The gate to the Shironizuka stood tall as if designed to warn off visitors. Aozaki opened the gate. It wasn't even locked. I felt like we were passing into a different world. Is it just me, or do the trees and mountains look different inside? Wait, what do we say here? Choices? Might be an ill omen. Okay, we'll do that. I spaced out and random thoughts filled my mind. We should have saved. Okay, we'll save next time. I actually forgot. Yeah.
くまりくん、何しているんですか？行きますよ。
はい、すぐ行きます。
The other two had already set off. I picked up my things and followed them. Aozaki was verbally sparring with Mr. Yamashiro as they walked down the tree-lined path. I hurried after them. Looking up the sky, I saw ominous clouds starting to roll in.
あれ？今日の天気予報どうだったっけ？
The heavens looked like they could open up at any moment. Would I have to trek back home in the rain? Once we were past the woods, I could see more clearly. Like, look at this, man. It's still dirty. Like, come on. It's been a year, they said, right? Since the events of Witch on the Holy Night? Why is it still... Look how the amount of vines. Yes, it hasn't been removed yet. In the clearing stood a large building that felt out of time.
おや、これはまた立派な洋館だ。幽霊屋敷なんて誰が言い出したんだろうね。誹謗中傷もいいところだ。
I mean, if you remove the vines, and I guess yes, because this is technically in the mountains, right? So yeah, people will say that, oh, it's kind of like a haunted house.
そうでもないですよ。火のないところに煙は立たないって言葉。ここに限っては本当ですから。お化けが出たくらいで騒がないでくださいね、山城先生。
青崎くんがそんな冗談を口にするなんて、僕らとしてはそっちの方が怖いな。
I wonder if he actually believed her. I've known Aozaki for 3 years and I think she's never told a joke with that expression.
青崎、今の話本当？お化けが出るかは別にして、不思議なことなら起こらないこともないわ。大丈夫。おかしなものを見てもスルーすれば害はないから。
I agreed with Mr. Yamasiro. Ignore anything weird, even ghosts, was kind of a scary thing to say. The foyer of the Koanji's estate was colder than I expected. I knew the mountains were colder, but this was something else. It felt like winter in here.
中も驚きですね。外見から典型的なチューダー式かと思いましたが、ロビーの作りはロマネスク建築に近い。隣の通路とロビーとでも大きく年代が違いますね。まるでここだけ違う建物から持ってきた。おや？
不思議！山城がいるよ！
He's here already, Kimino. Or it was like Kimino all the time. Kinomi. I heard a stupid irritating voice behind me and sure enough there was an idiot standing in the foyer.
お、小鹿も一緒じゃん。そっか、会長ったら朝からいないと思ったら2人を迎えに行ってたんだな。
ちょっと、なんでホウスケがいんのよ。宗十郎が声をかけたんでしょ。あいつ今日はみんなを喜ばせるとか張り切ってたから。ま、適切なチョイスじゃないけど最悪ってわけでもないんじゃない？木の実くん、とにかく騒がしいし。
おう、任せとけ。ご期待に沿うよう今日は大量に新ネタ仕込んできたからね。階段もモノマネ芸もそう簡単には品切れにはならねえぜ。
騒がしいだけならガチョウでも代用は効くでしょうに。しずきの考えってほんとわかんない。ホウスケ、バカッとしてないで荷物持ってよ。
そこはボケだよね。ボケって言うんだよね、普通。
I ignored him and put my overnight bag down on the floor.
中身見ないでよね。
頼まれたって見ないっしょ。小鹿の色気のない着替えとかもう No thanks, no future, no tax.
What? Hey, no thanks, no future, no tax? Where is that?
いや、にしても重いな。体に似合わず重装備じゃねえか、おい。
Hosuke picked up my bag and carried it toward the hallway to the east wing. Of course, it was heavy. Couldn't come here without my trusty wok, cleaver, rice, and charred shoe. What if I wanted fried rice later? Why, are you serious? She brought a wok? What?
あっちが今よ。基本パーティー会場はこっちだから。それとアリスの気遣いで客室も用意されているから、疲れたらそっちに移動して。着替えとかは客室で済ませちゃってね。
In that case, decision. Oh, we got decision again. Okay, let me put it in here. So we have number 41. Okay, number 41, decision. Was that decision B? I should head to the drawing room. I'll check the guest room first. I'll do something random. How do we know if this is we'll do something random first, I guess. How about we do this? I decided to do something completely meaningless. Honestly, I didn't mean anything by it. It wasn't even a sudden idea, just a whim, a flight of fancy.
ちょっと落とし物したかも。外を探してくるから先に今に行っていて。外に戻るの？それなら私も行くわ。
何言ってんだよ会長。落とし物したのは小鹿の同時だろ。会長関係ねえじゃん。
But there
それよ
were
り今に
two.
来てくれよ。会長がいないとアリスちゃんに何話していいかわかんないよ。
There are way too many choices. I mean, like we just got a choice earlier, like let's say like 5 minutes ago, and now we'd have another choice. What?
でもクマ一人には。
青崎くん、とりあえず今まで案内してくれません？このロビーちょっと冷えますので。
いやでもゲストを一人っきりにするわけには。いいって気にしないで、すぐに戻るから。ホウスケ、荷物返して。やっぱり自分で持つ。
I left the others behind and headed outside. Aimlessly, I wandered the woods near the mansion, gawking like a tourist. No one was around, and the sky was getting increasingly cloudy.
ん？
That was strange. I felt like someone was watching me. I guess. Another decision. Okay, let me save again. Why is there so many decisions in this one? Let's check it out then. Time to find out who that was. I had went against my better judgment, but I decided to track down whoever had been watching me. I headed around to the rear of the mansion where there was a small thicket. It looked only slightly better kept than the woods surrounding the estate. There... Oh, it's Toko. I saw a woman and she looked terribly out of place.
おや、君も今日のゲスト？
I mean, I guess this is not a canon, that's why, right? Because, yeah, like, she couldn't come back to Misaki for like 10 years, correct? And now she's here after a year? Of course, this is not canon. Instinctively, I backed away. I guess they're just putting all of the characters in this extra chapter, I guess for fun or for whatever, right? That was how overwhelming her presence was. The leaves crinkled and crunched as my heels trampled them. During my hasty retreat, the woman watched me with amusement as if observing a small animal.
いやー、ゲストには何の期待もしていなかったんだが、いるじゃないか。私好みの目の保養が。いいね。青子も気が利くようになったもんだ。これなら退屈はしなさそうだよ。
The way she looked at me was incredibly off-putting. Where are the police when you need them?
そう警戒するな。私も君と同じゲストだ。仲良くしよう。しかし、何事か始まる前に周囲の地形を確認に来る人間が私の他にいるとはね。
Before things go down, what do you mean by that?
うん、気に入った。気に入ったし可愛いので大サービスしてあげよう。私は普段よく見えない。私は青崎の部屋にいる。そして私は犯人ではない。え？切り札になるからあまり口外しないようにね。
And with those strange words, the woman walked off in the direction of the mansion. It didn't feel like following her, so I re-entered the house from the front door. Once in the foyer, I could hear laughter coming from the east wing drawing room to my right. I'd kept Aozaki waiting long enough. Picking up my luggage, I made my way over. Aozaki was waiting in the east wing.
ごめん、待たせた？別に。 私も今のところやることないし。とりあえず中に入って。顔見知りばっかりだけど、一応挨拶はしておかないとね。
That's Aoko for you, always likes to do things properly. With her characteristic sincerity on full display, she turned the doorknob. The moment I entered, I had to stop myself from jumping out of my skin. The parlor was a cozy compared to the lobby, but I didn't have time to appreciate it. I was too distracted by a familiar face I hadn't expected to run to. Why, Sojiro? Oh, Alice. First was Alice Kuonji. I was nervous because I'd only met her once or twice, but she wasn't the one who surprised me. Oh, Bayo. Next was Bayo. He was a child who often hung around the shopping district, almost like a guardian spirit or perhaps a greedy little goblin. I'd spoken to him before, so he wasn't a shocker either. I like how Bayo's just hanging out with them now. Like, Beowulf nearly killed them, right? Both of them, Alice and Aoko, and now he's just here. Tobimaru. Last was a student council vice president. Come to think of it, he was acquainted with Ozaki and Shizuki, so it made sense he'd be at this birthday party. It did make sense, right? Where's Sojiro?
ちょっと、なんで築地がいるの？あら、飛び丸も来るって言ってなかったっけ？というか、いちいち言わないとダメだったかしら？ダメってことは別にないけど。ならいいじゃない。生徒会じゃ毎日顔合わせているんだし、気にならないでしょ？学校の中と外は別よ。だいたい私これ普段着なんだし。
Ozaki gave me a look that said, "And?" Of course, there was a problem. Could you blame me for hiding it? To be frank, I had a crush on Tobimaru Tsukiji. Okay. I'd felt this way for 3 years. 3 whole years and I still hadn't said anything. I knew it was spineless of me. This might not mean much coming from me, but I didn't always used to be a coward. During my freshman year, I was only vaguely aware of him as Aozaki's coworker. I only really became aware of my feelings during my second year. He spoke to me often, maybe because he trusted me as Aozaki's friend. And whenever he did, I went home happy at the time. I didn't know why. The realization hit me when we happened to be cleaning up together after the school festival in my second year. We were just tidying things away when bam, I realized maybe I'd liked him all along. They say love's a poison, but yeesh, talk about delayed effects. I mean Tobimaru, man, he's rich, right? You can add that. Anyway, and nothing really changed after that. I mean, it looks good as well. In an act of rebellion against my simple-minded family, I decided to never inherit the family business. That's what I like to believe. I've been hardworking and disciplined since middle school. It's a personal point of pride. And it made it all more excruciating to accept that I've been overtaken by teenage infatuation. You could say that I lacked courage. But yeah, that was kind of unexpected though, I'm not gonna lie. Like her liking Tobimaru? I did not expect that. Like maybe I would like expect maybe her, because yeah, we've seen scenes with her with Sojiro, right? Maybe a little bit, but Tobimaru, yeah, it's unexpected. Eventually the school year passed by, even as I did nothing about my feelings. But I never got over him. When we entered the fall of my third year, graduation was close, but I still had no idea what to do about my crush. No, I'm just kind of laughing because she said I never got over him. Okay. Then I learned, to my surprise, that Tsukiji would be attending a local college, so I had this on good authority since I'd flexed my powers as a student council member to dig into it. It was in Mizora, but he was going to a nearby school that would be unfortunate. After all, if I also went to the college nearby, I wouldn't be able to cut my ties with him. Aozaki told me once.
飛び丸、クマのこと気に入ってると思うけど。
Then pursue it then.
だ
Yeah.
ってあいつ、好きなやつとしか世間話しないでしょ。
Look at her blushing there. I wanted to believe it was true. I mean, he even broke his arm to save me during the craziness this summer. I didn't know Chukichi had a girlfriend, but I was sure if I had a chance, if I asked him out. But, giving in felt like throwing away everything I'd fought so far. Ever since I was a kid, I'd planned ahead. I used to look down on classmates who were obsessed by childish dreams and romance. And now here I was, actually willing to give up 6 long years of hard work for the dumbest of reasons. That wasn't me. That wasn't the Kochika Kumari I was trying to become.
小鹿？どうしたの？考え事？ちょっと頭冷やしてた。おかげで落ち着いたから問題なし。
A-okay.
さて、クオンジさんに挨拶しないとね。
So I said, but I couldn't shake a slight tinge of regret. I should have listened to Aozaki instead of laughing through my nose when she said to wear something nice to the party. Well, it's not like I had a nice dress to wear. Anyway, there isn't much I could have done to impress him. I clapped my hands on my cheeks to get my head on straight and tried to carry on, as I always did. After greeting the mistress of the house, I went into the adjacent sunroom. I recognized the other guest here, so there was no need for introductions. The sunroom and the drawing room were connected, and you could see each other or each room from the other. Miss Koonji sat on the sofa in the drawing room, elegantly sipping a cup of tea. Chatting nearby was Hosuke and Mr. Yamashiro. Didn't expect to see him here.
ほう、裏庭の方にちらりと見えたのは多くの木なのですか。日本で言えば奈良ですが、僕の記憶には該当しないな。何か特別な品種なんでしょうね。日本のものとイギリスのものは見た目からして違いますし、多くの品種はそれこそ400以上ありますから。
相変わらず自分の言いたいことしか言わないよね、この人。ハリスちゃん、この先生は人の心にズカズカ踏み込んでくる蛮族だから無視しちゃっていいぜ。それより俺と冬休みの予定について話し合わない？ハリスちゃん、スキーとか苦手そうだな。そこでこの頼れる木の実宝介が手取り足取り教えたいな。
2人とも退屈とは程遠い人なのね。理解したわ。木の実くんと先生はしつけられたウッドペッカーのよ
う。あの木をつつくか喋ってるだけのアホウドリとどうかくっすか、このシャバゾウども。アリスさんから鳥認定されないソウの字に比べてちょっとだけ格上と見たっす。まあ死ぬか生きるかだけの自分に比べたらどっちも小物っすけど。
何？あのまるっとした鳥。
There was a blue robin flitting to and fro around Miss Koanji's head, chirping adorably. but whenever it tried to land on her shoulder, she batted it away. Is that how she raised her pets? Aozaki was nowhere to be seen, and she was probably in the kitchen or the bathroom. With nobody to talk to, I took a seat and let my thoughts wander until...
クマリも招待されてたんだな。随分と遅かったが、またアルバイトか？
Tsukiji kicked off a conversation in his usual casual way. His slender arms were picturesque, even while holding a glass of juice.
アルバイトは休み。今回の3連休全部休み入れたから、お金も予定額たまったし。
そうか、そりゃよかった。岬脱出ロケットはもう秒読み段階ってことだな。となると、早朝のコンビニで顔を合わせるのもいよいよおしまいか。そういえば、俺がタバコを吸おうとしたら水ぶっかけてきたの、お前さんだったっけか。
That took me back. Back in my freshman year, there was a student cocky enough to smoke in my store's parking lot. He was from a different school, but that didn't matter. I ran up to him, warned him, and then hosed him down with water. Can you believe it? I did that to a stranger. I got flustered and I tried to apologize, but the boy was already reaching for another cigarette before I even finished. He turned out to be Tobimaru Tsukiji.
いやあの後まさか生徒会室で再会するとは思わなかった。俺はあれかね。気に入った女どもにはまず水か喧嘩をふっかけられる運命なのかね。
たまたまでしょ。それより築地、いつから来てたの？
俺たちは午前中からだよ。木の実の野郎が張り切っててな。仕方なくだ。誕生会は夕方6時からだから、まだ時間に余裕はある。疲れてるなら部屋で休んできたらどうだ？ちょいと顔色悪いぜ。
If I had to describe the most unfair aspect of Tsukiji, it was his ability to be sensitive even while coming off as rude. For my part, I was too shy. It took a serious effort to talk to a lot of people in a new place, even if I already knew them.
そうね。ちょっと客室で一息入れてくる。
おう、そうしろそうしろ。くまりの部屋は確か。
ねえトビー、宗十郎さんどこ行ったか知らない？
宗十郎なら買い出しじゃないのか？飲み物が足りないとか言ってたしな。
ほんと？行くなら僕に声かけてくれればよかったのに。あの人の自分でできることは全部一人でやっちゃうところ、僕どうかと思うな。まあそこが動物っぽくていいんだけど。
As I mentioned earlier, the blonde boy's name was Bayo. I didn't know his full name, nor had he ever formally introduced himself. Tsukiji, Aozaki, I was gonna say Aokiji. Aozaki and Shizuki all called him Bayo, so I just followed their lead. He seemed to be fond of Shizuki. Whenever he had a chance, you'd hear him go.
宗十郎さん、今度のお休み遊園地に行きたいです。宗十郎さん、お腹減っちゃってません？ぜひご一緒しましょう。宗十郎さん、特に理由はありませんけど、頭 撫でてほしいです。
And so on, he clung to him like a cat to a curtain. Was Shizuki even the kind of person that was popular with kids? All the Sojiro every day was starting to grate on me. Anyway, I went to find my guest room.
くまり、部屋は分かってんのか？
はじめに青崎に聞いた。30分ぐらいで戻るから。
Slinging over my shoulder the bag I'd put down in the drawing room, I headed up to the guest room on the second floor. According to Ozaki, I should be staying in the second room of the east wing.
あら。
As I headed out into the hallway, I ran into Ozaki. She seemed to be on her way from the bedrooms to the hall.
青崎も休憩？あの突き当たりってあんたの部屋なの？そうだけど、別に部屋には寄ってないわよ。私はちょっとした探し物の途中だから気にしないで。あ、客室の鍵は開いてるから、部屋の机の上に鍵があるから、出るときはそれで施錠してね。
Ozaki took the stairs down to the first floor. My room was unoccupied. I checked to make sure I was alone and then put my luggage and stowed my wallet in a pocket. I considered keeping my favorite bunny-shaped commuter pass and Lucky Charm with me, but all it contained was a yearly school festival photo anyway, so I left it on the table. I was going to be spending the night in an unfamiliar building. It was best to travel light.
鍵は、ああ、これね。
It was a brass key with an old-fashioned and elaborate design that perfectly complemented the mansion's European theme.
疲れた。
I plopped my butt down on the bed. I was always self-conscious around Tsukiji, but Miss Kawanji made me nervous in a different way. For some reason, I always felt a pang of guilt whenever she looked at me. It was like being gently interrogated, being confronted with all of my life's failures. I doubt she meant to make me feel that way. It was just how I reacted to her. Nobody was perfect after all.
青崎もしずきもよくあの子と暮らせるもんだわ。
I could only respect them for that. Aozaki simply had an iron will. I bet she lived a life without any regrets. Suzuki was completely different. It was clear he was just oblivious to how scary Miss Kawanji's gaze could be.
それはともかく。
I fell backward onto the bed. Outside my window, the sky was overcast. The weather forecast had said the 3-day weekend was supposed to be sunny and not so in the mountains, I suppose. At this point, I'd met 6 people staying here. Aozaki, Alice, Miss Kawanji, Shizuki, Sojiro, Tsukiji, Tobimaru, and that idiot Hosuke Kinomi. And Mr. Yamashiro, yes. So how many people? 6 people. 7 plus her. 8 Beo. I forgot about Beo. I mean, Toko is there as well, right? So 9 people here? Miss Koonji had implied that there were other guests staying here too. This was a Western style house and people didn't take their shoes off at the entrance, so I couldn't guess their number by counting the shoes. For now, I had no idea how many people were here. I decided to rest my eyes and take a short nap. One trick I'd picked up from years of part-time work was the ability to sleep in exact 15-minute intervals. 15 minutes, so pretty much a power nap. As I drifted off, I heard a laugh, or was it a scream?
Yoshi.
Alright. 15-minute nap done. I checked myself in the mirror. I took a hairbrush out of my bag and quickly brushed my hair and left the room. As I locked the door behind me, I heard an unfamiliar voice coming from downstairs. A new guest. I didn't hear a peep until I left the guest room, so it must have had great soundproofing. So we got both of them, Father Eri and Sister Yuika. Okay, so we got some new people that are here. So pretty much I guess every single character in Mahoyo and Witch on the Holy Night is gonna be in this mansion. What is gonna happen? We're gonna find out, right? And our protagonist is, yes, Kojika. And I mean, it's new, right? Kumari. It's nice seeing her, what do you call this? Her, not her backstory, but her saying that, oh, she liked Tsukiji. Tobimaru, she had a crush on Tobimaru. So that was pretty good, right? So yes, we will continue this. They said it's gonna be a long one. It said in the beginning. I don't know how long. We're gonna find out. So anyways, we are gonna continue this and do more of Witch and the Holy Night in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.